dad was a firefighter for 25 years, and I can't even count, how many lives he probably saved within that. And, the sad ending to the story is he couldn't save his own.
First responders deal with some of the most horrific situations on a day-to-day basis. But what happens when all of it becomes too much to handle?
Mental health is a big part of what we do and how we do it. If we're not strong physically, we can't be strong mentally, and vice versa. Living up to the idea of what a firefighter or first responder is a hard thing to deal with at times, especially when you're feeling your own stress. So the reason it's so important, I think, is along the way to remember that we're normal people.
For Taylor, her father gave so much to the community, but even more at home.
It was amazing. Growing up with my dad, being a firefighter, he was my hero. He was my best friend. He was the it dad. He was the cool, fun dad, like I said, and he did everything for me. He would take me out to school and get me lunch. He would buy me a new softball bat, buy me a new glove. We would take these wild tournament trips for softball, and it was just me and him, and it was so fun.
And like most families affected by suicide, the signs were hard to notice.
I think he struggled alone, and I don't think he could express what he was dealing with, and we wish we did see the signs. We knew that this job can be taxing, and the sleep is definitely one. And as I got older, I found that it wasn't just the sleep that was so taxing. It was the calls and the mental state of what these calls can do to these firefighters and to these police officers is mental health. And this is something that we need to talk about and we need to be open about. And because like I said, there were no signs. And I think it becomes like cancer. It just takes over. It really just takes you to do the work and to put that in to where you can jump to the other side and you don't have to deal with the darkness and the demons.
Stop Our Stigma is a great campaign. EMS Help is the organization who started the campaign Stop Our Stigma, but I'm here representing not only EMS Helps, but Mesa Fire and Medical on the idea of what can we do to stop the stigma of reaching out for help. Right now, firefighters, first responders, EMTs, paramedics, police officers are all battling with the same issues. And if they can't get over the hurdle of reaching out for help, they ultimately never get help. So the big part about the campaign is really reaching out to the community, reaching out to the families, so that other people can continue to encourage us to help ourselves, and it's okay to talk about this. It's really helped out on both sides. From the membership side, the firefighters, the EMTs, the paramedics, really being comfortable going back and talking to our families and knowing that we don't always have to be standing guard. We don't always have to be in service to the community. We can be in service to ourselves and the people that we love. And I think the same is true from the community side. The ability to look at one's person versus look at one's position and say, how can I help you? What do you need today? And I think that's been a big change for us as we've seen it. We help build resources for both firefighters, EMTs, paramedics, but also their family. And we've seen in the last couple of years that the resources for the family equal the same resources as for the member. So that first responder having that ability to connect with their family and their community, not only about what the work that they do, but how that work affects them, I think is an important thing. It's time to take care of yourself, and that's important. Stop Our Stigma has the resources available to go ahead and make sure that if a firefighter or police officer, any first responder is in need, that we have the resources to help them.
A lot of us just see the surface of people. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Love is strong, love is powerful, and I think if people can just tell each other that more, I hope it will help someone.
We look at first responders as heroes, and honestly, they are. But we often forget that heroes need help too. So if you or someone you know is struggling with suicidal thoughts, call or text 988 or to chat 988lifeline.org. You are not alone. Help is available.